One of the questions I got during the scooter sessions last week at the Dealer Expo was, how do you know what you have for the scooters you've taken over? Well, the great thing is when you get a box like this and you open it up and you have something for a 50cc scooter like a Hyosung, and you don't just get one part, you get 30 or 40 or 50 parts. Some of these parts have been sitting in their warehouses for quite some time. Some of them have a lot of turnover. Like, for example, these turn signals. These are for the 50cc UM and also for the Hyosung 50cc Prima and other models. They're very similar. They're universal. There are third parties that buy these. With these numbers, we can help the dealers as they need. Their parts are really neatly packed, and we can get at least 30 or 40 of these onto the website per day. We're adding more John Way parts. We're adding more QJ parts, more CPI, and obviously Hyosung United Motor parts, which are original Hyosung parts. A lot of these come from third-party sources that are made for Hyosung, which also have contacted us to buy parts from them. So if we needed to buy more plunger cables or we needed to buy more switch handles, these are available from the same factories that supply these to Hyosung. And usually what's different is the cables and the attachments. Now, you can't get these from any of those retailers online. You have to get them through an MRP dealer or through Hyosung North America. There's not a lot of people that specialize in what we do. So I was explaining this to dealers that there is a market for these parts because people that have bought these bikes, especially dealers that are buying these bikes at the auctions, need replacement parts. Also, they should advertise the fact that they sell parts for United Motors or Hyosung because the parts are still available. So, if we only had one or two parts, that would be understandable and concerns would be understandable. But when you buy several distributors, you get the same part not once, but 20 or 30 times. And that makes sense. When consolidation occurs in the industry, you can't just buy one competitor. That's why I tell the dealers, if somebody's going broke in your area or two of your dealers are going broke in the area, you don't just buy one competitor. You try to buy them all. So the clients that used to go to those dealerships will now come to you. I was talking to somebody in the industry last week, Stu, Baja Powersports. He bought 4 stores in his area. It makes perfect sense because everybody that would buy from those 4 stores now have to come to him. He's the only scooter shop left in his area. And that's the whole point. You want to have everything that everybody could ever need. So stators, you don't just have one stator, you get 50 of them. You don't just get one handle switch, you get 100 of them. And I'll probably find 5 or 6 more inside other boxes. That's the way you do consolidation. So I hope that answers one of the questions. I didn't have a lot of time during the session, but I wrote them down. Wrote down a lot of the interesting questions that we had at the show, and I'll be answering these in the coming weeks.